Okay, this is the video for January 16th, 2015. It's Friday, it's the last day, trading day of the week. Um, so, Alright, so yeah, it's been a very rough week in the Forex market because of what the Bank of Switzerland did Wednesday night. They decided to remove the peg to the euro, and the Swiss franc jumped up like 15% compared to the euro, and it's just a lot of people like lost a lot of money, including brokers. Some major brokers went under, and my broker FXCM, which is one of the biggest in the world, is in deep trouble with the stock down like 80-90%, and they're halted, and they need to get they're looking for an investor to take them over, so I don't know. Anyways, I called them. I was like, are you guys okay? Can I keep my money in there? Is it okay to trade? They were like, yep, looks like it. So I decided to trade today anyways. So this is it's a little early. It's a trading range. Considered going short here. The reason I didn't is because before that big leg down, it didn't look quite that good to go short, because we had like 3 pushes down, 1, 2, 3. Then it was trying to bounce, was trying to form a bottom with slightly higher lows, and so like, well, I'd rather not. Plus, it was still early. I was like, I have the whole whole morning to trade. So then breaks below this trading range. I'm looking to go long, because wanting to go long here kind of looks like crazy when you see what happened then. But when you don't know, you're like, whatever. 3 pushes down, trading range, breaks below, I'm gonna go long, right? That was my reasoning. So I didn't here. So I didn't get in because I was trying to go long. Again, the markets are pretty crazy lately. So I'm trying to be a little bit more conservative than I usually am. Meaning, I don't necessarily short right at the break, but I wait until since it's volatile, I wait until it goes a little bit further, till it breaks out a little bit further. So I get in here. Keeps going against me. Typically, I add. When the trade's against me 10 pips. Lately I've been reconsidering this, because sometimes it just keeps going and going. So I'm like, okay, I'm still planning to add, but I'm not necessarily gonna put it 10 pips. When the trade's 10 pips around against me, I'm gonna add my second position more like based on price action. So I got interrupted. So I was just saying, I entered here, and usually I add 10 ticks later, but I've been considering adding my second position when the trade goes against me still, but not necessarily 10 ticks later, but adding it more like based on price action. So what I did, instead of adding 10 ticks later, I say, okay, in this type of market conditions, I want to wait about 20 pips, and then I waited here that the market slowed down, and I'm going to enter long below that mini consolidation here. So the reason I picked 1539 precisely, was because it was below these 2 bars. The downtrend had slowed down a little bit, and also it was below the round number 40. So I was like, okay, if I enter below at 39, when I exit 10 pips later, I am below again the 50 round number. So I took the 10 pips here, which was, again, because of first in first out, it was a minus 13.2 on the first entry, but now I'm like long here. I'm long from 39, and I'm going to try to exit back at the break even of the first entry. So I do that. It did not fill me actually, but I close it manually, because I've had very bad lucks with fills lately. Like, I don't know how many times either try to get in or trying to get out of a trade. The market hits my order, doesn't fill me, and then reverses. And it's exactly what happened here again. So I clicked the button. As soon as it touched it, didn't fill me, I clicked the close button, and I was out. For minus 13 plus 22, that was like around 9.6, I think, around 10 ticks, which is what I usually take on a trade. Then I'm like, okay, it's very overextended. I know people say follow the trend, go short. I mean, go short, yeah, if the trend is like that, but it's not like I'm I wouldn't call myself a counter trend trader, but I definitely do not chase the market, that's for sure. So what I do, I'm like, I want to trade something, I'm like, okay, I'm going to trade a bounce a bounce from that downtrend. So what I look at this measured move, I look at this leg, and I measure it, and I measure a projection down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna enter at 1506, which I do. Again, it goes, tries to get me my 10 ticks, same thing again. It, touches it, doesn't fill me, and then pulls back. And here I was less quick on the draw, so I did not get my almost 10 ticks. I got 6.6 basically, but I'm still glad I did, because there was a huge plunge just after that. Okay, then it keeps selling off, sells off hard, bounces, nice big doji on huge volume. So I'm like, now it's definitely trying to come back up a bit. So I'm like, I'm not going to be shorting right away. If I'm going to short this thing again, I'm going to be waiting for a while, and it grinds back up pretty tight, fairly tight bull channel. I don't know if I didn't even bother drawing the line. It's just so obvious, Yeah, and here basically like this forming a trading range, and it tries. Actually, that's another thing. It happened to me 3 times today, but here there's nothing I could. I didn't. Since I don't chase the market, I was flat. I didn't do it, but I had my order at 21. I had an order in at 21. Again, it touches it and bounces. So I'm like, all right, now it's here. I'm obviously not going to go long here because I don't chase. So I want to trade. I would like to have one last trade today. And I'm like, okay, I will. First of all, I'm going to use a half position again, because it's getting late in the day and I don't want to get stuck, especially on a Friday, with a trade going against me and the market closing for the weekend. And there's no way. I already wouldn't even do that before, but now with what happened this week with the Swiss franc, there's no way I ever keep a position over especially not over the week. Even overnight, I really try not to, but over the weekend, definitely not. So for those 2 reasons, I enter a half a position, and of course it's an uptrend. So it breaks above this, and it's also, that was one of the reasons. The other reason I waited for 46 was because it was kind of like the level of the breakdown here, and often it comes back to a certain level where people entered and it sells off. So I get in here with a half position. I took I guess a quarter of my real position off at 10 pips, a little bit more at 12.8. So it was total 23 pips on half a position. So we're looking at on a real position, which today was 24,000. You're looking at 23 divided by 2 plus 16.2. So you're looking at 27 pips, 27.7 on my full position today. So not so bad. And then so I take some of any bounce again. I could have gone short. I could have gone long here. I don't know today. I just my gut feeling, like, because I use rule, I use price action and everything, but I very much use my experience and gut feeling a lot. And there was no with trend trade that really, besides this one, which actually I tried to take, but it didn't let me. It didn't fill me. There was no trade today with the trend, in either the downtrend or the uptrend, that I had a good feeling about. So I ended up trading against the trend the whole day, but it worked. It worked. All right, so I'll be back at it on 26,000. I said I'm gonna increase till 2,000 a day until 30. Then I might take a little break at 30, because I'm noticing, when trades go against me, and my position is now like well, it's actually 26 times what it was when I started, because I started with 1,000, but that obviously was ridiculous. I just wanted to start from the lowest possible and increase slowly. Increase fairly fast, but increase gradually as I win. I only increase when I win. All right, so be back at it on Monday with 26,000, and in the meantime I'll take care of my son that's sick today, and do a little bit of work that I got some emails filing up for work here that I need to take care of.